So James is scared of just about everything. Sharks, bears, and obviously scary video games.
Scary video games sort of don't factor into my life. They're kind of in that weird blurry static of where you're trying to repress things, you know, like being fondled as a kid.
So when it came to the night that we were going to record, I don't think he actually wanted to leave his flat.
Better get ready.
Yeah, I guess.
So, just a quick word. How you feel?
Shit.
Shit?
Shit, to be honest. Not looking forward to this.
Okay.
Not been looking forward to it all day.
Okay.
And most of yesterday.
Yeah?
But we've got to do it.
True. That is true.
And I signed on to do this thing because one of the agreements was that,
yeah,
you know, make people laugh at my own expense.
So last year's episode was kind of an experiment in some ways, and we didn't know how it was going to turn out. In fact, we didn't even think he would agree to it. And so from that episode we got so much really good feedback that we felt that this year's had to be much bigger and much better.
In regards to last year's episode, I'm just amazed at how evil people are. They seem to genuinely enjoy my pain. And, you know, part of me wants to go out and mass murder them. The other part is happy that I can provide entertainment for the masses.
From what Dan was saying with the with this year's, that it was going to be a whole lot bigger and better compared to last year's. So I was looking forward to it because I didn't have any input or any idea what was going on until maybe a month or so before.
We kind of started to think big, much longer shoot in the dark with multiple cameras. Obviously the one thing we had to get right was the games had to be much scarier than last year. In fact, we spent probably about 10 months planning what games to choose and various different things like that. Luckily James doesn't play too many scary games, so it was kind of easy to pick some games that he wouldn't have come across or knew too much about, so that kind of helped. James is actually doing quite well. He's really actually quite freaked out, and I do feel quite bad about this, but we'll persevere, it's fine. Yeah, this is the first game of a series of 3 games that he'll be playing, and he's not really handling it very well, so I'm quite worried what's going to happen. This is, as I explained it to him, the icebreaker game. This is kind of the warm-up.
This year was definitely a lot harder. I think Dan didn't realise quite how fragile I was, and yeah, it's safe to say I did break. I shattered. I shat.
It was a shock that he did it the first time around, and I'm quite amazed that we actually managed to get a second Halloween episode out of James, and this time around he's flat out refused to do a 3rd year, and I think that's a testament to how much we've pushed things. We pushed things so far that he's actually doesn't want to do it again, and I think we might have broken him.
Since the filming of the episode, I've not slept right. I'm scared to go through doors. I cry to myself a little bit every day.
Yeah, James was really scared. He wasn't putting it on one bit. I mean, I think a week, 2 weeks even before it started, he was going on about it and how much he was shitting himself. And I mean, seriously, shitting himself.
I have to wear a nappy all the time.
Let me know when you're ready now. Press record button.
that's pretty scary actually. So yeah, we basically kind of tortured James until he broke down, and quite amazingly we actually got an episode out of it. We didn't think we would, but we've managed to do it.
I'm terrified of small dark-haired Asian girls popping around out of corners. I'm not entirely sure whose idea the Halloween specials were, whether it was Dan doing his sadistic thing, which I know he loves to do, or whether it was me just, you know, not thinking about it, but either is plausible.
We actually have an episode at the end of it that people are going to enjoy, and we have no idea what we're going to do next year, but chances are it's not going to involve James.
I hope this episode will give people a chance to see, you know, how my mind works, or doesn't in the face of sheer terror.
No!
I also hope everybody sees my pain and feels sorry for me. I mean, I know they won't. They're going to laugh. Everybody does. But, you know, people are assholes.
Ah! So, we've only 1 week to go until the Halloween special is finally released to the public. I say fucking go download it, because we had so much fun filming it. Obviously James didn't, but a lot of time and effort has gone into this year. Like I said, last year's really, we had no idea it was going to be as successful as it was, and so we've really pushed ourselves this year. We've really tried hard to make a much better, more entertaining episode. It's longer than last year's, there's more scares in it than last year's, and there's a lot more weeping in it than last year's. So in a week's time we're going to be releasing the Halloween episode to people, Games4allpodcast.com. Please head over and check it out and download it in HD and enjoy it, because it's probably never going to happen again.
I think you'll enjoy it. Most people seem to, except for me.
They just need to watch it. I mean, if I'm saying watch it, you should really watch it, because I don't know. It's just awesome.